Pastor, there has been this internet controversy about tattoo. So, what's your take on tattoo?
Well, I don't have anything, I don't have anything against tattoo. Um, as a matter of fact, except for the if what it represents does not sit in my spirit. That's why I frown at it.
Example. What do you mean by that?
If what it represents, if it doesn't agree with my faith, if it's something like demonic pictures or a representation or whatever it is, it might not go with me. And if it's something like maybe like cross, like those kind of a thing that is aligned with what I believe, I don't have anything against it.
Okay, so for clarity, can you give an example?
Well, tattoo. Some people sometimes it depends on it depends on the purpose behind it, on the purpose behind it. That's what people how why people carry on tattoo. Some represent something nice. I mean, when I mean something nice, I mean some some represent like human skull. Some represents many kind of stuff that some kind of horrific kind of images or whatever. To me, I don't really buy into that because I believe that some of those images too sometimes they might have some certain things they might attract. So if it's not the image or if not the pictorial representation of what sits in my spirit, I will frown at it.
Okay,
Tattoo
so
on its own
okay, so
is
as
not
a
is not really it's not I don't think it's my personal opinion.
yeah,
It's not a bad thing.
it's not a bad thing. So as a pastor, so what kind of tattoo image would you permit? Like generally as a pastor, what's your okay? Like you've explained that you frown at some ugly images. So, but if the images are cool, like if somebody tattoo, I love God, you promote tattoo, or
Yes,
is that
yeah,
what I'm hearing?
that's what I'm saying exactly. Yes, if the pictorial representation that they are carrying, if it doesn't sit well with my spirit or it doesn't agree with my belief, that's where I
But if
feel
it agrees with your belief,
I
you
accept it.
you okay.
That's what I'm saying. The art of tattooing, I'm not against it. The only thing I'm against is what is the artwork, what is the brain behind, or what is the pictorial representation of that tattoo.
Okay, but you as a pastor, would you want to give yourself a tattoo on the skin?
Well, I I wouldn't want to do that because it's not something that interests me. But I
So
wouldn't want to do
why?
that.
Okay, why would you not do?
It's because I don't want to do it. It's not something that I don't. It's not something. It's not something of my interest. So
Okay,
it's
so
not something of my. It's just like asking me. Some people wear earrings, right? I wouldn't want to start wearing earring. It's not. It's not wearing earring does not mean that somebody is disobedient to God or is it's just that those are some of dressing that you wear sometime that is okay. Well, sociologically, they see earring as to what men wear alone, right? So if I mean sorry, what
women,
women wear most,
yeah.
right? So if they now sit on the side of the men now, people begin to frown at it. Are you a woman? I know what I'm saying, right? So basically, those are just some kind of
So what
mentality,
I'm
mindset.
hearing is that you as a person,
Yeah.
you wouldn't put a tattoo because it doesn't interest you.
It doesn't, I
But you
don't sure.
wouldn't condemn another pastor
Who carrying
who
tattoo?
wears a
I will
tattoo,
not cut. I will not cut.
and you won't frown at it.
No.
Okay, so okay, what if I agree with you though to an extent, but my own view is now personally I know tattoo is not a sin. But if the person wearing the tattoo is occupying a sensitive position in the society, personally, I would say don't advertise it because the young Christians might misinterpret it or take it in the wrong direction. Now, this is what I mean. Tattoo, there's a lot of there are places, there are tattoo clinics that some of them they don't focus on hygiene and safety. And just like clinics and hospitals, there are low quality, there are high quality, stuff like that. So people might just go by the roadside to get a tattoo because they have seen that their favorite pastor or favorite man of God or favorite influencer has put on a tattoo, and they want to, because such thing have been modeled to them, they will want to do it. And then by so doing it, because their favorite person has done it, they might go by the roadside and get cancer or get infected or stuff like that. So that is why me, as that is the area I will kind of say, okay, because of this particular Christian, this young Christian that is coming up, I don't want the person to take my tattooing on my skin out of context. You get what I mean? So sometimes the office the person occupies will kind of, it will be a check for us to say, should I go ahead and do this? Remember when in the Bible, I think it was Apostle Paul said, eating a particular meal or this meat is not a sin, but because of my brother or because of my brothers who are still feeble in faith, I will not want to eat this meat. But him as a Christian, he's very sure. He said, if I eat this meat, it's not going to do any harm to me. But if somebody who is watching me eat this meat, they will think, oh, okay, let's go ahead and continue eating this meat. And they might not have the spiritual must that I have to withhold it. Do you agree with me
That's
from
right.
that? The same thing too with alcohol. Sometimes, like, you might not want to drink alcohol in the presence of some young Christians because they might take it out of context or they might go drink and then get drunk. But you, as a mature Christian, you know when to stop. You know when you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So that would be my take on it. And what do you think?
Yeah, it's almost the same thing. Like I was almost gonna cite that contest with
Passage, yeah,
Apostle Paul too as well.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, like you rightly said, there's a level you will be sometimes, where people are really looking up to you, and all of that. There are some certain things. It's not everybody that will understand it. Mostly like in the past where people sees all those things as a sin. I just believe it's just that's misconception. What Where sin comes is not the topical aspect of it. It's from the inside.
exactly.
That's where the what breeds sin, not physical, not what I'm wearing. So it's what is coming from this. And that's why the Bible deals word with a heart of a man. It says if we must walk with God, walk with Him with a perfect heart. It's not talking about your outlook. It's not the outlook. It's the position, the posture of your heart is what moves God, not the tattoo, not what you eat, not
Yeah,
all of
I
that.
agree.
So,
I
so
think we're in the same position in that. But the area where I'm looking at is, yes, it might not, that particular thing might not be a sin. But what about the young Christian
that's but yeah,
watching?
it's just being considerate. So
Yes,
the act is not sinful.
it's not
So just
sinful.
because of the position, people looking up to you,
Exactly,
you
the
want to help their
office.
faith. Yeah, for that
Exactly.
reason, you consider that.
Of
That's why you
course.
asked me now. Would I want to say? I said no, and I said no, right? So yeah, I said no. I will not. Like I was asking my son the other day. I said, "Hey, Dana, if you see me putting on earrings, how are you gonna feel?" He said, "Well, I'm not gonna feel anything if it's what." I said, "No." Or if you see me putting on dread, how are you going to feel? So there are some level of life you get to, and there are some things you choose not to get involved
Yeah.
yourself in, right?
Not because that thing is a
Not
sin,
because it's a sin.
but because of the people looking up to you,
Yes,
so that for the fear of them not misinterpreting that
the
action
action.
or taking it out of context,
That's right.
then we, the influencer of that thing, might decide to say, is this what I want to model
That's
to